When you think of a bassist, pianist, violinist, or guitarist, you can usually picture someone with that specific instrument. But when you think of a percussionist, what do you imagine? A drum set? Maybe orchestral percussion like bass drum, xylophone, or timpani? Any of that would be right, but so would hundreds of other instruments around the world. My name is Michael McSweeney. I'm a percussionist, educator, and band leader, and I'm a part of the Air Class of 2026. As a percussionist, it can feel like a kid being let loose in a giant playground, which can be as exciting as it is overwhelming. So the real challenge isn't what you can play, but what you choose to play. Most of those choices start with listening. Even before rhythm or technique, there's texture, space, and context. Imagine standing out in a field late at night. The faint sound of crickets, a light breeze, and a distant movement of nocturnal animals lightly fills the space around you. But none of those sounds alone would feel the same. Together, they create a unique but recognizable environment. That same approach carries into all kinds of settings for percussionists. Music, of course, but also film, television, theme parks, escape rooms. Anywhere sound helps shape how we experience a moment. You may not even recognize it in the moment, but it's completely shaping your experience. That's where sound design and Foley art come in. Foley artists create sound effects for film, often imitating everyday sounds that you don't think twice about because they're so convincing, such as footsteps, doors creaking, leaves blowing, often exaggerating just enough to feel real without drawing attention to it. When it's done well, you don't even notice it's there. Foley art arguably dates back over 100 years to early 1920s radio dramas that fabricated sound effects for live production. But it's named after Jack Foley, a sound engineer at Universal Studios in the 1920s when the film industry transitioned from silent films with live music to talkies that could finally utilize pre-recorded sound. Since then, Foley art has taken on a creative life of its own, with Foley artists like Disney's Jimmy McDonald, for example, who notably recorded himself bending and twisting an old leather wallet to create the sound of dwarves sneaking across a wooden floor in the original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Across music, sound design, and Foley art, one thing is certain. The choices we make are powerful. They require a delicate balance of creativity and responsibility. But when you find that balance, those choices go from being individual sounds to being part of a bigger story.